beautiful people. Hey, I am wearing Forever 21. Do I want to be 21 again? No ma'am, no sir. Speaking of that, by the way, what age would you go back to and why? Okay, so today, my beautiful people, what I'm doing is I'm just going to give you a little informative video. Please, I hope that you share this with your loved ones, especially, you know, your grandparents, your parents, your sister, your brother, anyone that you know that is going through health problems as far as their heart. And also, this will give you a little insight on just my experience, and also will help you to kind of understand what congestive heart failure, what people with heart disease, some of the things that they have to go through. Okay, so and shout out to the caregivers, because you all are very special, and I thank you all so much. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let you know a little of my story, so that in hopes that it will help someone else out there who may experience the same thing. Okay, so as you see, I just have my little display out here because I have done a heart walk. I was doing a fundraiser in 2018 in which I did a heart walk, and I had my display out there as well. But I'll show you what I have here. And just remember, everything is going to be just, you know, nothing is going to be moved around. I'm not going to be moving the camera or anything like that, because it's just me. Okay, yeah, I do the setup, I do my filming location, I'm the director, I'm the producer, all of that. And so, it's just me. But that's okay, because God got me, right? Okay, so I just want to tell you what happened. Let me see. Oh, and the elephant stool. Y'all know I love a good sale, and I love to repurpose. The elephant stool, about $60 at Marshall's. No, I take that back. That was Roses. So, anyway, what I want to share with you is how I found out I had congestive heart failure first. To make a long story short, everything took this situation took place in February 4th, 2012. So February 4th, 2012, late in the evening, I had been talking to my sister earlier that evening, and I was just telling her that, you know, how it had been hard for me to breathe, not sitting sedentary or anything like this, but if I would walk, I can walk to my mailbox, and once I got there, I'm like, wait a minute. I'm talking to my neighbor, I'm like, wait a minute, okay, then let me say what I need to say. I'm out of breath, okay? And I'll tell you all, when you are out of breath, it affects everything. It affects how you if you try to use the bathroom, it affects everything that you do. Your breathing, it affects that. So anyway, I was going to my primary care doctor, and I was just like, you know, having a hard time here, you know, I don't know what's going on. So I got my x-rays, chest x-rays, and he said, well, I'm going to get, if you have, you may have pneumonia, or you may have early signs of adult asthma. So, I said, okay. So we did all of that. And then he put me on an asthma, I'm not going to say an asthma pump, but you know, inhaler. So when he put me on that inhaler, I used that inhaler for like 3 months. So mind you, this was in late 2011 that I'm experiencing all of this. Okay, so, or early 2000, it's in 2011 when I'm experiencing all of this. And then early February is when I was rushed to the hospital. So I finally went in again, and that's another thing. Please, I beg of you all to please be diligent in your health care as well. The doctors are the professionals, but you know your body more than anyone. You know when something is not right, or whatever, doesn't feel right. So anyway, so what I did is I kept going back up there to my doctor. And then one time I went and I told the nurse, I said, I need to see him. I said, something ain't right. I said, it's not asthma, it's not any of that. I said, it's something, but I don't know what it is. So with her, he was out of town or whatever, so she did not allow me to see him or another doctor. She was playing doctor herself. You have I have love for the people in the medical field when they're doing their job. But when you're in there and you want to be a doctor, and you're trying to be a doctor, don't do it on patient's time, okay? You do that at home. Play doctor and nurse at home, okay? Until you have the qualifications. So because of her, the couple of times that I went in there, it was a delay in me being diagnosed. So I was never diagnosed by my primary care doctor. What happened February 4th, between 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning, I was having trouble breathing. And let me back up to say, earlier that evening I had been talking to my sister and I was telling her how I was feeling, and she was saying, well girl, take some mustard. And that's why I was saying in my other video about when you have anemia and everybody want to give you advice on what to do, you need to go to the doctor. Please check out that video. So she had told me, go to, drink you some, you have indigestion. That's what it sounds like, a heartburn. It sounds like heartburn. Eat you some mustard, a teaspoon of mustard. Did that. She says, you probably need something for indigestion or heartburn. So I'm going to the store later on that evening to get me some antacid tabs. And I tell you all, you know what happened? I got in that store and I felt like I was outside of my body. The only thing I could think about was, please hurry up, just be calm, be calm, be calm. I was up in Food Lion. Said, be calm, walk to your car, just get to your car so you won't pass out. Because that's how I felt, like I was going to pass out. Then I got to my car, and of course, I was so glad to be able to sit and catch my breath at the same time. So, went in ahead and I did all those things. So anyway, late that night, between 1 and 2 o'clock that morning, I was having difficulties. I was like, no, this is something else, because this is not right. So I called 911. I was here alone. So I called 911. And I got up to Onslow Memorial Hospital. And that's where I received an EKG, an electrocardiogram. That's when they're doing like a sonogram, but they're doing it to your heart and stuff to check your chest. They're checking to see if there's fluid and things like that in there. And I also had a CT scan. So got all of that done, and as the nurse is walking in the emergency room, walking down the hall. Now, mind you, I'm in the room, and this young lady is doing she's either doing, I think she's doing my electrocardiogram, or she had just finished. And I'm laying up there, mind you, I've gotten transported via emergency squad, okay? I got white coat syndrome. I'm all alone. She walks down the hall. Yep. I could see her, you know. It's congestive heart failure. And so I am like laying in the bed, and I'm like, I know she's talking about me. She talking about me? So that's how I found out. It wasn't like a doctor came in and told me. That's how I found out. And I was moved up into a room where, anyway, I've been in that hospital a few times, and wow. All I could say is, that's not my choice of hospitals. And when I got sick again after that, I went to, thank you for taking care of me, VA Hospital, New Hanover Hospital. So anyway, that's how I found out I had congestive heart failure. And I stayed there in Onslow Hospital for a couple of days because they didn't have the equipment or facility or whatever to do a catheterization. The catheterization is, if you have heart problems, they usually do a catheterization which puts you under, and they're taking dye and shoot it through you to see if you have any blockages. Now, all the medical terminology and all of that, don't ask me to explain because I cannot. Okay? So, go in there, we do that, we have the catheterization, and thank God there were no blockages. There were no blockages. So, as I went back to my room, and the next day, the head, I was going to say gynecologist, wrong doctor, the head cardiologist, okay, he came to my room, and he had some other students. And he, you know, he was asking me different questions about, you know, my medical health, you know, medical wise and stuff like that. But I told him my mother, she had congestive heart failure. She had it for over 40 years. That's not why. That's not how she passed, you all know. That's a whole different story time. That'll probably take me to get, maybe when I get to 10,000 subscribers or something like that, I'll tell that. But, yeah. So, lost my train of thought just that quick. So anyway, he began to ask me questions and stuff because they don't know, since I didn't have any blockages or anything like that, they didn't know that, he didn't know why I would have, he's trying to figure out why I have congestive heart failure. And he says, you know, you ever heard of a broken heart? Yes, I have. And I'll tell you all something. He said that it could have just been something viral or whatever. But at that time in my life, I was going through a lot of stress. And that's why I tell people today, you don't want to end up like I did. You do not want to end up like I did. So, that stress, when they say it will kill you or it can kill you, it can kill you. So, let me tell y'all something. I gotta tell y'all something else. So anyway, I had to go, to get my catheterization, I was at Vidant Hospital. Wonderful staff. I mean, they were awesome, very professional, very concerned. I mean, they treated me very well. However, my only complaint, you all, was when I got to, say today, okay, the nurse comes in and says, oh yeah, you know, we're going to be released. You're going to be released today. So, and it's afternoon. It's in the afternoon, so, late afternoon if that, no, early afternoon. So, she said, I said, oh, okay. She says, yeah, I said, so, I'm 2 hours away. So, how am I going to get back to Jacksonville, North Carolina, right? We're going to call you a taxi. A taxi will be here about, I think, about 6, they said. I said, oh, okay. I said, a taxi? Let me tell you, I thought I was being punked. They said, a taxi. I said, oh, okay. So, you all, so I get wheeled out the hospital. I'm at the door. It's nighttime. By this time, it's dark. It's dark. Now, I have to go. I have to be driven 2 hours to my house from the hospital in a taxi. The taxi showed up. I got in the back seat of the taxi. Now, mind you, I've just been through it. I had not gotten my defibrillator. I didn't get my defibrillator implanted until October of 2012. So I've just gone through it. My taxi cab driver, and I am not body shaming, I am truly telling my experience, okay, and how I felt. And telling you how I felt because of the situation. I'm doing this because I'm in, I'm just coming from the cardiology ward. I'm not coming from getting a stitch in my finger or anything like that. I am coming from the cardiology ward. This cab driver, I sat in the back seat. He was in the front seat, of course, and he stretched almost to the other side. He had one arm out on the you know what I'm talking about, the head of the, you know what I'm talking about. And he had to weigh over 400 pounds. And like I say, I am not body shaming. Because I'll tell you all, I used to, if you know me, I was boom, boom. I was that sister, However, when I got sick and started to lose weight, there was another sign too, symptom. I started to lose weight, just going in, I would put something on, I was like, man, this is, what's going on? And I've even lost a ring off my my man, when I'm get it together, get it together. When I graduated with my master's degree, I bought myself a ring, a black onyx ring, and somehow that has slipped off my finger when at the time I was losing weight. So I don't know where that is. So, but anyway, so yeah, so only thing I could think about as I was riding home was, God, please let me arrive safely. And pray for this man as well to, so that we can both arrive to our destination safely, and also for him to arrive back the 2-hour drive to, safely as well. And thank God we did. But I thought I was being pumped, because the only thing I could think about while we were driving was, oh Lord Jesus, I'm not going to, if something happens, I have no way to protect myself. I'm stiff. I can't hardly move. I can't hardly move. No, I'm saying I'm little. I'm so little. Well, I can't do nothing. What I'm going to do? And I don't have them. I'm a little weak. Okay? I'm a little weak. But anyway, we made it home safely. But that's how I got home. And I don't know if you all remember Carol Burnett show. they had a character in there by the name of Mr. Tisdale. And Mr. Tisdale walked like this, right? But real slow. That's how I walked after surgery. So, well, after that catheterization and everything, I got my defibrillator at VA in Durham. So, and I thank the young lady there. She was a nurse. Her name was Jessie, and she was a young white girl in her in her 20s, and she took such good care of me. The whole staff did. And I remember when I got my defibrillator, because I had I had to make a decision whether I wanted to get it or not. That's why I didn't get it until October of 2012. And as I was getting ready to leave that day, I recall getting dressed and seeing my bandage for the first time. And her name was Jessie, and I used to sing to her. I used to say, Jessie's girl. And I remember saying, looking in the mirror and saying, I look like a monster. And she said, she was standing right behind me. She said, oh, no, you don't. She says, you have something that's going to save your life. But anyway, whew. Hey, beautiful people. I wanted to let you know that I no longer have to take 3 doses of iron a day, 3 iron pills a day. I no longer have to do that. I no longer have to even take 2 or 1. I was taking off iron pills. At one time I was put on, because of anemia and process I was going through, I was put on folic acid. Don't have to take that. Haven't taken that. Don't have to take that anymore. But it's important for me to have vitamin C, vitamin D. It's also important to get that flu shot, Heart Warriors. And I'm not here to debate whether or not it's, I'm not here to debate the flu shot or anything like that. I am just speaking from my experience and what I went through and just sharing it with you all. Again, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I no longer use this squatty potty on occasions. And yes, and please just share. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hit that notification bell so you'll know when I'm coming on again for another video. And you all have a blessed day, and thank you so very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope that you get something out of it, you know, so that you can help someone else. Because there are different stages of congestive heart failure, and then there are also so many types of heart disease. But also know that congestive heart failure can be reversible. I have met a couple of people that have had a few defibrillators like it's nothing. You know, we have to stay away from magnets, and there's so many things. I got a little booklet, but there's so many things that we have to stay away from when having these defibrillators. So, and that's, I got a story for y'all on another level of my experience when I first got this defibrillator. Okay, so you all have a blessed day, and thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you. These days I'm being safer. Please help out your grandparents, your parents. Just help out your loved ones that has some other medical complications already. Help them by staying safe. Help them by wearing a mask. Help them, and also help me. And in the meantime, I'll be helping you as well by wearing a mask and staying 6 feet apart. Thank you so very much. Because if you have a heart problem, you know it already affects your breathing. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. I know what it feels like to not be able to breathe. So please, help us whose immune system is not as strong, or because we have an illness already, it would take us longer, if we get out of it at all, it would take us longer to come back, bounce back, okay? Help us.